Hey, everybody, welcome to Liner Notes. I'm Nash, that's John, and this is episode 11. Every other episode has gone to 10. This one goes to 11.
How
I
long did
always
you
like a
think of that?
Spinal Tap reference if I can work one in, man.
That was good. I like that. That was very, very clever.
Sometimes. So what's going on, brother? How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm living the dream. I'm living the life. Every day above ground is a great day, my friend. So things are good. Things are good. Things are good.
That's
I got
true.
my daughter is into vinyl now, so that's been very awesome.
Oh, I
So
love it.
yeah, I took her to her first record store um 2 days ago, and it was cool. It was a very
Any
small
any
record
major
store.
purchases?
No, it was a very small record store. Like a one-car garage. I mean, it was super small. The guy's only
Okay.
open on the weekends for a handful of hours, so it's probably just more something that he does to pass the time because he's probably retired and just loves, vinyl and music and stuff or whatever. But the store had a lot of older stuff, so I was getting nervous. I'm like, I don't think she's gonna find anything. I'm like flipping through crates, and I'm like, oh my god, like Carol King and like just like all this old stuff. Like she doesn't know what any of this stuff is. So
Right.
finally I said, "Did you find anything?" She's like, "Well, I found one thing, but it's more than um more than what I have because she wanted to know how much money to take. I was like, I don't know. I wasn't really going to let her like really spend her money anyway. I said, I don't know, Addison. I said, if you bring 20 bucks, 40 bucks, it all depends on what you find. So she brought 40 bucks with her. And I said, what did you find? She's like, oh, I found Nirvana Unplugged. I was like, oh, cool. I was like, well, how much is it? It was like 46, I think, 46, $47. So I said, look, I'll tell you what. I said, give me 20. I said, I'll buy it for you. So I bought it for her. She was happy. I gave her 20 bucks back.
Cool.
Um, but I was like, I can't let the kid walk out of here empty handed on her first trip to the record store. But she was really happy, and so I'm gonna take her to a bigger store, hopefully soon, and a place that carries more like some more newer stuff and whatever. Like she really wanted to look at Green Day stuff. They didn't have any Green Day. They didn't really have much of anything. The only newer stuff they had was like they had the Stones album. I was like, oh, Rolling Stones new album. Maybe I'll check it out. And I was like, oh, $51? Nope, that's not fucking
No,
happening.
absolutely
Yeah,
not.
I was like, there's no fucking way in hell I'm spending $51 on any album, really. But I ended up buying I bought a Black Sabbath record that just came out. It's a live album from a radio show that they did in 1970, and I didn't
Oh,
listen to the
cool.
whole thing yet. It actually is really cool. I didn't listen to the whole thing yet, but I got through the first side, and all the songs have different lyrics because the songs were so new, I guess.
Really?
Like yeah, War Pigs was all different lyrics, and um, the song Black Sabbath was like a different arrangement, uh, different words. It really threw me off when I first put it on because I'm ready to hear the same
Yeah, I mean,
stuff
you
that
know what it is
heard
that you're listening
when I
to.
was a kid, and I'm like, wait a minute, what was that? What?
Interesting.
Completely different. So yeah, it was really cool. And the sound quality was really good too. So it was a good find, and it just
Well,
came
that's
out
cool.
apparently.
I mean, watch out with the with your daughter investing in vinyl, man. It's an expensive proposition.
Yeah, I know.
Hang on to your wallet.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah,
So
so
yeah.
the new Stones record, I guess I have a review. I've now listened to it like 4 times straight through on
Mm,
Spotify. I did not spend 50 something dollars on it. But here's the thing. I always feel like I have to like more than half of it before I go out and buy it. And I'm at about 7 out of the 14 tracks that I like. I think it's kind of growing on me, but I'm still not going to go out and spend that kind of money on it.
yeah.
I mean,
You
you
think
can
it's
listen
one of
to it for
those?
free on Spotify. So
Yeah, I'll definitely check it out on Spotify. I think the last one was really good though, wasn't it?
Hackney Diamonds was good. Um, that first single that came out off of that record, Angry, was killer. People who don't even like the Stones liked it because it was just different. And I was just excited because it was the first new Stones album in like 18 years.
Oh, was it really? Oh
Well,
wow.
the first studio album in 18 years. I mean,
Yeah,
they can just keep doing compilations and live and best of forever,
yeah.
because they have that much material. But
Yeah, yeah.
Hackney Diamonds, I was really excited about that one because it was the first studio album in 18 years. Plus, I got to see them live. So,
Mhm.
you know, I bought that on vinyl. It wasn't $50. It was probably 30 something. But this one, I don't know. I think I gotta let it like marinate for a little bit. I gotta listen to, but I definitely have some favorite tracks. I definitely think it's
Yeah.
good.
Mhm.
Um, I think it's really varied, and they're working with from Hackney Diamonds and this record. They're working with a new producer, this guy Andrew Watt,
Yeah,
who's been
yeah.
around and has worked with a lot more like mainstream pop people and stuff like
Yeah.
that. But they have all said, he's given us like a kick in the ass and he's been like a breath of fresh air. And the way he does things is like new and different and exciting for them. So
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
cool.
he did Ozzy's last 2 albums,
Oh, yeah?
and, yeah, he did a lot of the leads and stuff, a lot of the guitar stuff, and, like, all of the diehard fans gave him so much slack for that, you know, 'cause they're like, "Oh, who's it?" You know, who no one knew who Andrew Watt was, and then when people knew who he was, they were like, you know, just being in my opinion, just being kinda stupid about it, you know, "Oh, he's not a rock guy. Why the hell he's not Zach Wild. Why is he playing it?" I thought he did a really good job. I thought the last 2 Ozzy albums were pretty good. So,
I mean, sometimes you gotta give newer, younger people a chance at these things too. Otherwise, it
yeah.
gets stale. Then it's just like,
Yeah.
I mean, the Stones can be the Stones, can be the Stones no matter what.
Mhm.
They don't even need a producer, they can do it themselves. But somebody to give you fresh ideas or a different way of doing things, I think it's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, I agree.
Um, while we're on the subject of record reviews, are you actually turning into a Stones fan now, brother? Have you listened to
Oh, I
enough that
don't
you
know. I've just well, since you gave me that album, it's just piqued my interest a lot more. So I wanna get some more albums to check out. But for whatever reason, I don't wanna do it on Spotify. Like, I wanna just discover it on my own. Like, I wanna actually get some, like, old copies of the vinyl. Like, it doesn't have to be perfect condition or, you know,
Yeah.
whatever,
No,
you
you can
know?
pick up some good quality used stuff for like 20 bucks.
Yeah.
My recommendations would be Exile on Main Street and Let It
Mhm.
Bleed.
Right. Yeah, I think yeah, you told me that.
Um, Exile's a double album, and Let It Bleed's just really solid, like blues rock record.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that would be the direction I would go if I was you, and I would not spend the money on foreign tongues right now.
No, no. I even if I became a Stones like a real Stones fan, I wouldn't spend $51 on. I wouldn't spend $51 on a Kiss record. Well, maybe I would. No, I wouldn't actually. I don't think I would. It's a
Nah,
lot of money, man. It's a lot of money.
it
You
is.
know.
I
You
mean,
know.
especially if you go to like a used record store or even like a garage sale and a estate sale, you could get like 10 records for that amount of money
Yeah.
if you look around.
Yeah. It just sucks that some of the stuff's so expensive. I mean, I think the Black Sabbath one that I just bought was 40, I think, and even that I was like, um, yeah, and Addison's thing was almost 50, it was like 46, so it was just kinda, you know, but again, I didn't wanna walk out of there empty-handed.
Oh, yeah, you don't wanna disappoint her on our first, like, record store
Yeah,
experience, no.
but she's like, "Daddy, didn't you say when we were getting out of the car that you weren't gonna spend $100 on records today?" I was like, "I did." She's like, "You spent almost 100." I said, I know, just don't worry about it, just
I
don't
lied,
yeah, don't remind me."
alright? I lied, kid.
Yeah,
Happens to me too, and I'm by myself. I go into a record store, I'm walking out with, like, a book, 2 records, like, it's ridiculous, it's so stupid.
yeah, but it's fun.
But no, it's fun, and, listen, at least we're not the type of people who are buying something and sticking it on a shelf somewhere. If I buy a record, I'm listening to it,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
But so our good friend Ben, who's been a guest on the show and hopefully will come back. We got to get him in for another episode soon.
Yes.
Mentioned that in our last episode when we were talking about all these great talented musicians who had passed away and stuff like that, we neglected to spend any time on David Bowie. And you know what? David Bowie definitely deserves, some respect and some attention. The guy was an innovator. He was a chameleon. He was one of the best people at reinventing himself and then finding new sounds. Like there are so many Bowie records that don't even sound anything like each other. Like if you put them side by side, it
Hmm.
could totally always be a different artist. And so, yeah, I mean, Bowie's whole career is worth looking at. I'm not the biggest fan to say like I can speak intelligently on his entire career, but there's, you know, a good amount of his music that I like, but I also just like the innovation and the reinvention aspect of it. And I think he brought out a lot of stuff. I think he was ahead of the curve on a lot of stuff too. Do you have any thoughts or feelings on Bowie?
Never heard of him.
What?
No, no, I said I never heard of him.
You stumped me
Um,
for a second there.
no, I was never a big Bowie fan. I liked a handful of songs. Same thing though. I always had like a lot of respect for him. Um, as a musician and just as an innovator, just for just the mark that he left on music. But uh, I'm pretty much a fan of the singles. I mean, I never really got deep into any of his catalog stuff or anything. I did like some of this last stuff he released before he passed away. Like oh my god, what the hell was that song? There was a song, I can't remember the name of the song now, but the video was just really bizarre. He was in a hospital bed and he had 2
Where he had
buttons.
like tape over his eyes and
Yeah, he had like yeah, that's right. He had tape going around his eyes, but he had buttons where his eyes
oh
would be.
yeah.
And it was yeah, it was really cool, just the whole visual. But the song, I really liked the song too. And then there was another song from that same album that was also really good. Um, and I actually
What
heard
was that
today.
record? Was it Dark Star or Black Star? It was something like that.
Was it Dark Star?
It was either
I think
Dark Star or
I don't know
Black
if that
Star.
was
I'm not
I
100%.
I think it was yeah, it was yeah, that's the one. Whatever that's the album. Um, yeah, it was the stuff that I heard was really good. I actually should check that out on Spotify. Um, I actually because of Addison, because she was listening, my daughter was listening to the Nirvana Unplugged, and I was telling her that some of the songs were covers, and I told her "The Man Who Sold the World" was a cover, and she didn't know that. So when we were in the car today, I put on the Bowie one, and she was immediately like, "Yeah, I think I like the Nirvana one a lot better."
Well, you know what? I get that though, and that might be a cover that people think is better than the original because I
Yeah,
mean, we've talked about that before too. Sometimes there are covers that come out better than the original,
yeah. Oh no, that's true, 100%. But
but
it's just funny that we're talking about Bowie now, and I was just listening to Bowie earlier. But that's my feelings
I
on
I
Bowie.
also I feel like he was ahead of the curve on a lot of things, particularly because Ben brought this up too in like a text that we all had going on. Um, he Bowie had a band, and I'm not going to call it a side project because he was adamant that it was an actual real band called Tin Machine around like 88, 89. And I feel like it was sort of a very early, like, precursor to a lot of industrial like, very heavy electronic kind of stuff, and, like, I mean, before Nine Inch Nails, before Manson, before all this, like and Bowie was insistent that it wasn't like David Bowie and Tin Machine or David Bowie's Tin Machine, it was just Tin Machine, and I
Right,
feel like from what I remember, I liked a good amount. I think maybe they made 2 records, but I liked a good amount off the first record, and I feel like people just dismissed it because like, people want David Bowie to be Ziggy Stardust, and they want him to be the Thin White Duke, and they never want him to be anything else, much less part of a
right,
band.
right. It just can't let go of the past, I guess. You know?
Yeah, but
But
I feel like that deserved more attention than it got. As a matter of fact, I think I'm gonna go back and look for some more of that stuff and listen to it a little bit and see if I still feel the same way.
now, the Tin Machine song, was that we talked about this, the other day. I'm Afraid of America, or was it America or Americans?
Americans.
Americans. That was Tin Machine.
See,
Was it?
now here's what I've
I
learned.
just
It's it's a Bowie song off a different record, and then it was done by Tin Machine.
Oh, okay. Because I just pulled up the songs to see who played on it. Because I for some reason in my head, I thought Trent Reznor had something to do with that, and he did. It says, David Bowie and Brian Eno. I know that name too. Do you know who that is?
Brian Eno
Brian.
is a producer who's worked with everybody. He worked with U2 a lot.
Okay, so it says Bowie and Brian Eno wrote the track with Trent Reznor heavily contributing to the single's production. The single features Trent Reznor on backing vocals and programming. Um, Reeves, I can't read that word. Some dude on guitar and some guy on bass and a dude on keys and some fucking dude on drums. I can't just
All the
I
young
can't say it.
dudes. There you go.
All the
There's another Bowie for you.
yeah, all the young dudes. Um, the official the official single version released on Earthling in '97. That's all I got really on it. But so Trent Reznor was involved in that.
Nice.
So that was a good song.
Yeah.
I definitely want to check out some more of their stuff.
Yeah, I think they were interesting and they just didn't get enough attention because again, people like, you want Bowie to be Bowie, you can't see him as part of a band, which is
Right.
I don't know, weird to me.
Yeah, me too, brother. Me too. So I don't think was there anyone else that we missed?
Um I
Oh,
don't
someone just died. Remember L7?
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
The
Yeah, that was
bass
terrible. She died of
player.
brain cancer. That's
Oh, was that what it
horrible.
was?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was I think yesterday. I think that was the when I saw that.
Yeah, definitely within the last couple of days. That's really sad, man.
Yeah. Yeah. That was another band I didn't really know too much about.
I remember them, but I wasn't really into them.
Didn't
But,
they do that song "Pretend We're Dead"? Was that L7?
yes, yes.
Okay. That's the only song I remember from them.
And, I mean, I feel like a couple of things that I saw, like besides L7, she was just somebody who was always around and in a bunch of different bands and part of that scene. And, it's sad. She was like, I don't think even 60. I think she was still 50 something,
Yeah, she looked pretty young, like us.
and I mean, brain cancer's got to be a hell of a way to go, man. So,
Yeah. Yeah, can't be fun.
um,
Yeah.
all right. So here's something I don't know if it really amounts to anything or not, but I think it feeds into like a bigger question. So I've been seeing over the last month or so, um, the artist Youngblood, who we both like and we both mentioned here and like in just conversations. I like him. I think he's good. I like his music, but I also think he has a great attitude towards his fans and the way that he like treats them and like I feel like I just kind of like his outlook on things. Apparently, he's getting a lot of backlash. There are people saying that he's like an industry plant and it's all prefabricated and he's not authentic and he's like, this made up persona and there's nothing real about it, which I don't think is true. But then also at the same time, there's backlash from him kind of having little like mini breakdowns and like canceling shows and canceling tours and like being like totally overwhelmed. But I mean, he kind of did seemingly blow up out of nowhere in the last couple of years. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what's real and what isn't, but I just think the guy deserves a break, and I don't think he's like fabricated by the industry. I don't think he's a plant. I think he's just, finding his way. You
Yeah.
have any thoughts?
Well, I mean, I've known of Youngblood for a couple years before he blew up here, and so I don't believe that he's an industry plant at all. Um, I mean, I think he had some sort of he had a relationship with Ozzy and Sharon a while back from something. I can't remember what it was. Ozzy did something. I think he was he in a Youngblood video? He may have been in a video of his like a couple years ago. But anyway, they had a relationship, and when he did changes, and that's what like put him on the map here. Um, I don't know. I think if anything, maybe it was a lot to handle all at once. I mean, I know that I'm pretty sure he has mental issues. I mean, Jesus, I mean, don't we all? But I think he had some stuff going on, and I think he was just a little overwhelmed. I think it was just very overwhelming once he like really blew up in the States. Because I know he's canceled. There's shows that he's canceled. I think he canceled the rest of his tour or something. I can't really keep up with all this stuff. And I know I saw other posts about people giving him slack for apparently using auto tune on stage. Um, but I mean, I think he's really talented. I really like the last album or the newest album that he put out, and um, I don't think that he's, a lot of people were saying, oh, Ozzy's like passing the torch to Youngblood. I don't really see it like that. I don't see his Youngblood being like the new Ozzy or the new whatever. But
Well, no, I mean, he's not going to be like the
really
rock and
talented.
roll messiah. He's not saving
Yeah,
music.
no, but
And I
I
mean,
think a lot
that's
of
a hell of a
people
lot
think,
of pressure to put on a young guy, too.
yeah, exactly,
So,
absolutely,
I mean, I guess what it comes down to is I've really liked like clips and stuff that I've seen of him interacting with his fans.
yeah,
I also know he's the last couple of years he's had his own festival called Bloodfest, where like I mean, obviously he plays, but so do a bunch of other bands and artists and stuff. And one really cool thing that I saw that he did was he had a tent put up there specifically for people like if you want to go to a festival
mm,
and you're by yourself, this is a place that you can come and take a break and a place that you can come and meet people and maybe like make a friend or have somebody to
yeah. I
hang
remember
out
that.
with
Hmm.
and just like take a break from the whole thing and just kind of, like take a breath and relax and stuff like that. And I thought that was a really cool idea.
Yeah,
Just so, I mean, because I don't know, maybe because I'm over 50 now, I think sort of my going to huge outdoor rock festivals is over. I don't think I'm doing that anymore
mm,
because I like to be able to go to the bathroom and like I don't like the idea of sleeping in a tent. So I'm probably not ever going to another festival.
right.
But I mean, I would if there was a band or an artist I really wanted to see, I'd go to a show by myself. I don't know, even when we were younger, if I would ever have gone to a festival by myself.
Yeah. Another really cool thing he did. You just remind me of this. I think I told you about this a while ago. He was supposed to play somewhere. I can't remember where. I don't know if it was Pennsylvania or Brooklyn. Can't remember. But anyway, he got sick, so he had to cancel the show. Right. So he goes on social media and he says, "Listen, I'm really sorry that I had to cancel the show. I really didn't want to, but my doctors advised me. Blah blah blah." He said, "So what you guys could do?" He's like, "There's this bar called whatever down the street from the venue. If you pop into that bar and just tell them my name, you'll get a free drink on me." So he had like a tab set up with like some bar.
Oh,
So
that's
anyone that went
awesome.
to, they had to say the name of whatever his newest single was. He's like, just say it was the single he did with Aerosmith, which actually that was actually a really good song. I forgot
Oh
what it
yeah,
was
My
called.
Only Angel.
Yeah, he said, so if you go into the bar and say to the bartender, "My only angel," you'll get a free drink on me. I was like, dude, that's fucking awesome.
Oh, that's awesome, man. See,
So
that's really cool.
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely
I don't
so.
know, I can't knock the guy, and if he's having issues, and I mean, it's gotta be overwhelming. I don't care who you are. It's gotta be overwhelming to all of a sudden. I mean, everybody talks about overnight. Obviously, it's been years in the making, but to
Yeah.
all of a sudden be this big,
Hmm.
it's gotta be exhausting,
Oh yeah,
you know? So
yeah.
listen, Youngblood, wish you luck. I think he's good. I think he's genuine. I really love the relationship he tries to have with his fans and the community he tries to create with them and the atmosphere he tries to create at shows. So I say good for him.
Right there with you.
And that kind of leads me to I guess I don't know. I feel like I talk about this a lot just because it's something that I find worrisome. So even with like Chat GBT, is that the correct?
GPT,
What is it?
Chat GPT,
GPT. Okay.
PT. Yeah.
So, like, AI to me is scary, and we've talked about it a bunch of times, but I just heard something recently that a woman who was, like, confiding in whatever her AI, I don't know what you call it when you talk to AI, if it's a bot, if it's a avatar, whatever it is.
Hmm.
So she's talking to this thing like it's her friend, and eventually, over time, what this AI thing compiles about her actually convinces her to kill herself
Oh my
for
goodness.
like the greater good.
Hmm.
And this woman killed herself because chat, whatever the fuck ever it's called, told her to.
That's insane.
Yeah, and scary. So, I mean, like, we can all like use social media and have fun with it, and you can use AI to like joke around with things or whatever, but just keep in mind that's not a replacement for real relationships with real people. Like,
Yeah.
you have to get out in the world, you have to actually talk to people, you have to invest time, and like, I don't know, it scares me that people are having relationships of like that with basically their computer screen.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's crazy though. It really because I literally just started getting into um well not chat I use Microsoft, so I think the Microsoft version is um
What is
Copilot.
it,
Same thing.
Copilot or something like that?
Copilot. Yeah. So I use Copilot, and I decided to start throwing in all my Spotify stats and just see what it does. And it's crazy. It looks at everything in like seconds and can tell me what songs are doing great, what songs aren't doing great, the difference between streams from this song to this song, from this month to this year. It's amazing. But it tells you all of this as if you were chatting with somebody. It talks to you like you're talking to a friend. And you know, I argue with it sometimes. I really well no, because it'll tell me to do something. Don't run an ad for this song or whatever until September. I'm like, all right. And then I give it some stats from something else, and then it's like, okay, you definitely want to start putting running ads for this song. And I'm like, but you told me yesterday not to do that. I'll be like, why are you lying to me? And then it'll say, and then I put that in, and it's like, oh, thanks for calling me out on that. Actually, and then it changes the whole story. So but it really talks to you like a person. It's really bizarre, but
See, yeah, I don't
cool at
like
the
it. It's
same
scary
time.
to me. Um, didn't you also ask it to like sort of summarize a song of yours and it came up with like what was that?
It was so the last single we put out, "When Forever Ends." I think I just typed in like what is the song about? I saw something that made me do that. I can't remember what it was, and So it gave me an AI thing, and it said it had a whole paragraph telling me what the song was about, and it was all based on snippets of things that I wrote in ads and reels and all this other stuff, and it just like took all that information and put it into a paragraph, um, describing the song because it obviously, has no idea what the song really sounds like. But the only thing that it was pretty accurate, but the only thing that it got wrong was it completely booted me out of the band and said the song was written by some other random person I've never heard before, but I think it was somebody from another band. I can't remember who it was. But I was like, all right, apparently I'm not in the band anymore.
Oh, that's terrible.
So, so it's not perfect. It's definitely not perfect, but it was funny though. It was definitely funny. So yeah, I use AI for so much stuff now. If I need a short bio for something or anything, a description, something to put in an ad, is like, right, I want to say this and this and this. Okay, go make it sound cool, and then just like that, it's just done. But I don't
Yeah,
use it for music though. I don't. That's where I draw the line. I don't think people should be writing, not writing, but writing songs by saying, okay, I want you to write me a happy song about falling in love with a girl at Walmart, and and then I want it to be verse, chorus, bridge, chorus, and I wanted to. You just put in all these commands, and then boom, you got a song. You did it. You were messing around with it for fun.
yeah, I messed around with it just to mess around with it, and it was really funny because one of the first things I did, and I just did like real easy verse chorus, but I swear it was so eerie. The first one I ever did, because like the program that I was playing around with didn't let me sing it. So it came up with like a generic voice, and I just typed in the words, was what it
Mm,
was. And then I got to pick the instrumentation, like whatever I wanted, and the style. So I
right.
did like a stupid bullshit country song to start with, just because I thought it'd be funny.
Hmm.
And I swear to you, the voice sounds just like Willie Nelson.
Oh, right, right. Yeah,
And I'm like, oh, they fucking ripped off Willie right there. I mean, the guy's 100. He's still playing shows.
yeah,
But, like nobody's safe. Your voice is out there. It can definitely be co opted into something that you didn't intend and you know nothing about.
yeah, yeah. There's so much controversy around that whole thing, the whole AI thing, and there's lawsuits against all those different companies. People are trying to get them to release their the what is it called, the data sets or something like. They want to see all the songs that they trained those programs
Right.
on, and they want to know where they got the songs, and it's just not going to do well. It's not going to go very well.
I don't even think there's really a conceivable way to protect yourself and your intellectual property from that. And you know what? When all of these copyright laws and all of the intellectual property protections, like when people came up with that, nobody envisioned anything like AI. Nobody
Hmm.
saw that coming when all this other stuff was put in place.
Yeah,
Like, I mean, right now, how do you even protect your own image and likeness and like even your photos online and your like really anything, honestly.
yeah. Well, I think that they're slowly starting to crack down on a lot of that stuff. I think some stuff just passed recently where, like, now you're not allowed to just take, um, like Bob Ross and have him get into a fist fight with Mister Rogers. You
Even
know,
though that is pretty funny.
oh, it's hysterical. But I think they're starting to crack down on using other people's likenesses in AI for stuff. I mean, it's never going to go away,
No,
but
it's not going to go away. I just wish that it was. But then again, like when it comes to regulation, who are you asking to regulate it? And how do you know that that's going to be for like the general good? You don't.
yeah,
So I'm
no,
going to
you
stay
don't.
away from it because I'm scared. But that's just me. Also,
Yeah,
I'm old. So, but Yeah, I don't know. I guess it has its uses and it can be fun, but that's also the same thing as like, social media in general is supposed to be something fun and stupid, something
Yeah,
that brings us together. And I feel like everybody's just using it as a platform to like yell at each other
yeah,
about politics and stupid shit.
hmm
And that makes it like not fun.
yeah. Well, that's the stuff you just keep scrolling, look away, don't
Yeah.
even you know. I try not to deal with the political nonsense.
Yeah, me neither.
And there's just like ad after ad after ad.
I
You
find
know,
a lot of it is ad after ad after ad, and then like recommendations and like people you may know.
yeah,
And like I'm not seeing the content I actually want to see.
right. Well, yeah. I mean, if you look at your Facebook feed, a lot of the feed is ads,
Yeah.
and you can't get rid of them. You can't stop them.
No, and even if you go to the time and trouble of saying, block this ad, not interested in this topic, it says, okay, you won't see this ad anymore. And then 5 minutes later, you see something else very, very similar to it.
Yeah, you won't see this ad anymore, but we'll just show you another ad instead.
Right.
It's just just stupid. You know, it's just like you know the phone calls, all the you know oh, you're approved for this loan, you're approved for that loan, and
Oh, yeah. I mean,
all that
I get
stuff.
people offering me tax help all the time.
Oh, I'm getting that
And
now too.
I also got a junk text about parking tickets that I owe in New York.
Oh, I've gotten those too. Not very often, but yeah, I've gotten
I
those.
never even owned a fucking car.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you know, I went somewhere. I went somewhere a couple of years ago, and I parked in I parked in a parking garage, and you had to go to a certain website to pay and do all this stuff I never had to do before. It was out of state. I think it was in Pennsylvania. And it was maybe 2 or 3 days later, I got a text telling me that I needed to pay for a parking space or I was gonna get this big fine. And I'm like, I don't I'm like, I know I paid this thing. Is this really what it's from? And then, when I looked to see who it was from, that's always the dead giveaway that tells
Yeah.
you that something is, junk or whatever. But I don't know. I'm like, I guess someone knew that I used a parking garage somewhere, and they tried to, fool me into thinking that I didn't pay, and I had to pay, pay this money, or I was gonna get fined.
Oh, yeah, and you could easily see how people would get caught up in that. Like, you look at a quick, like, text or whatever and be like, "Oh, shit, maybe I forgot to pay that."
Yeah,
You know? It very easily you could get caught on something like that just from, like, not paying attention.
exactly. You gotta pay attention. You gotta make sure you gotta pay attention.
No, you really do, man.
So anyway, so that's that. What else? What else? What else is going on in the
Let me
world of
see, do I
music?
have anything else? I might actually not have anything else right now. Um, see, Bowie, Youngblood, AI, internet scams. Who knows, man? You got anything else? Anything new and exciting happening with 60 that we need to know about?
New single comes out next month, Hole in the Ground.
Nice.
So really looking forward to that because the this new one that we have out now, When Forever Ends, is a very slow, mellow, sad song. And Hole in the Ground is the opposite. It's aggressive, it's distorted vocals, all that fun stuff. So
So we're gonna get back to the heaviness now.
we're going back to the heavy.
Going back to the heavy.
Yeah.
I like it.
Going back to the heavy. Bring back the heavy. And we
I
got a
like
show.
it.
We have a show August 28th and at Dingbats. Good old
August
Dingbats in
28th,
Clifton.
Dingbats in
Yes.
Clifton, New
Clifton.
Jersey.
Clifton, New Jersey.
Look at me remembering shit.
Very good, John. You get a cookie.
All right, cool. Everybody, like, take a note of that. And if you happen to be in Clifton, New Jersey at that point in time, you should go check out 60 Miles Down there. Great band. And support local music.
Yes.
And I don't know, man. That might be it.
It's a wrap.
It might be.
All right. Fuck it.
All right. Thanks for hanging. Be cool. Be good to each other, and we'll see you next time.
Later, everybody.